Hello, Market Family. Welcome back to another week, another vlog on my channel. If you guys are new here and you don't know me, my name is Jocelyn. I am the owner of Divine Love Bath Co. in Colorado. Guess what, you guys? I have a lot to cover this week. I ran into a snag with one thing that I wanted to cover this week, and we'll talk about that. But good news. You know how in my last video I said that I wasn't going to do a market until May 3rd, Saturday, May 3rd. Well, I decided to move that up a week. So we're going to do April 26th as the first market of the year instead. And I am really, truly hoping that the wind isn't horrible. The place where I live in Colorado, there's a famous saying that goes around that until the snow is off of the Rockies, expect wind. But I'm just gonna hope and pray that we can go to this market and I won't hit a bunch of wind. That it won't be anything drastic and cause me a nightmare with my booth. So we will see. But this Saturday, I will get to do a market. I'm so excited. I haven't been to anything since December. And, I was kind of telling you guys last week, although if you saw in last week's video, there was a portion where I said I couldn't include the next 15 minutes because this guy decided not to record any sound. I don't know what happened, no clue. But so let's go back a little bit and I want to tell you about what I was discussing during those 15 minutes. So last December, I did a 3-day event up at Telluride at a art school, and they had 3 floors of vendors. I will put some pictures in here so you can see what I'm talking about. And so you can see my view from the window of where I was at. Was not my favorite venue just because I had to drive to Telluride all 3 days, and they didn't have an electrical vehicle charger near the site, so I had to walk a mile to charge my car. One thing that I have found about Colorado, it is just not. You would think Colorado would be the most electrical vehicle friendly state. Is not. It simply is not. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But Arizona was much more EV friendly than Colorado is. So yeah, I had to walk about a mile to in order to charge my car. And I was telling you about up there that it was the first event that I had taken my bath salts to. So if you guys didn't see on last week's video, these are my bath salts, and I include florals. This one I include a pink Himalayan salt rock in. And this one can be put in multiple baths and it like helps the toxins come out of your skin. And then I include a little bottle, just a little bottle of essential oils. You don't want to be dumping a lot of essential oils in your bath. But and there is some essential oils in the bath salts too. But this is just a little bit extra, a little dropper bottle that you can use over a couple of different baths. And then there's a little scooper. Oh, and then there's a couple of little filter bags back here in case there are any florals in here that people want to put in their bath, but they don't want them to make a mess. So I took those to the event up at Telluride in December, and I almost sold out of them. I think I sold everything except for 3 of the energized ones. So hopefully that product will do well for me this year. I was also telling you guys about these last week. Little Bluey, Little Bingo. Okay, and I wanted to tell you the adventure of how I came upon the idea for this. So I was already doing these last year, little Starbucks inspired frappuccinos. And then I have a site that I shop on for like candy sprinkles and little candy pieces. And I use those in my mini bath bombs I think mainly just in my mini bath bombs. And so when I was shopping the site, they had they're little rings for like kids, right? And they're meant for like, so since I'm on a candy sprinkle site, I'm basically on a baker site, right? So they had these for sale in a kit to use for cupcakes, for parties at for for cupcakes at birthday parties. And at first I was going to buy the kit. I had this in mind right away. I was like, let's throw in a couple of bath bombs, do some of the soap frosting, and then I even got like little sprinkles that like totally match Bluey or Bingo, and then the rings. But they were including cups that would, like little cupcake cups that would cover up all the bath bombs so you wouldn't be able to see all of this stuff. So I was like, I'll just use the clear cups that I use for Starbucks. So, anyways, that's how I came upon that idea. So I still have my Bluey and Bingo bath bombs, and then in addition, I have these. And in a second, I'm going to show you guys my current bath bomb setup. I thought it would be fun in this episode to actually go back, and I'm going to show, actually, I'm going to put up a picture right here of the last bath bomb display that you saw on my channel. So see, it was this little tray, little two-tier tray, and I could probably fit a maximum of, I would say, about 25 bath bombs in there. Well, being that bath bombs are my biggest seller, I decided to upgrade. So let's go take a look at what I have now, and I'm going to walk you through a little bit of a history of a problem I ran into with this new setup last year as well. All right, I'm going to show you the bookcases in just a second. But like I said, it's going to show you the evolution of what I've gone through with these bookcases. So first on each shelf of the bookcase, I had these. These are like stuff that you would use to organize your pantry. And I had these little dividers in them. And then I would place the bath bombs in them like this. And I thought, oh, this is great because I can fit like 6 bath bombs in each one. And I think I actually even had them like this, to be honest, so I could fit like 6 bingos, 6 blueies, just as an example, right? The problem is when the kids would put them back, they wouldn't just put them back like this, like you would to be respectful for an item. They would like bang it down and then have it slide in. Of course, I don't want to do it because I don't want to wreck this bath bomb. But they would, by the end of the day, I would come and look, and there would be like little white bits all over the bath bomb, his feet torn off, just like so much work. And I would just come and look at it at the end of the day, and it would be destroyed. So, out with that idea. I went ahead and had an idea to put the bath bombs then in these pouches, right? Because now if a kid accidentally goes like this, they're just being destructive kids, right? Look, bath bomb's still fine. Okay. So I originally had them all just sitting out on the shelf. Let me take this out of here. I had a bunch of them just sitting out here on the shelf. And then I remembered wind. And I was like, oh, I could just see some wind like coming through the back and like all of them falling over. So guess what? We're going to do a combination of the two. And I will have these in the pantry organizers, in the pouches. And now they're protected from wind, and now they're protected from children. I am not going to include this pouch with the purchase though, unless a customer really, really insists like they need it for some reason. The bath bomb is already packaged in my biodegradable plastic that I put on these, and they have all their tags on the back and everything. So I am going to try to, in most cases, take the pouches back from the customer and reuse them. So now if we take, let me get back here a little bit more of a wider look, starting with the top shelf, I have the Bingo and Bluey bath bombs, the little, sorry you guys, this tripod is not just being very annoying. Um, Maybe we'll just get rid of the tripod for a minute. Hold on. Sometimes AI is not such a good thing that they make it out to be. All right, so much better. So I got this little Bluey at Target. I think I don't know, I ended up getting him for an absolute steal. And then I bought these little like plant chains, and I have him chained in at the bottom. So kids cannot grab him or take him off of here, because you know that they will try. And so that is the first shelf. The second shelf, I have all of the Hello Kitty stuff. So there's a few that I painted. Unfortunately, with this idea, people are going to have to go looking for their bath bombs, kind of like if they were shuffling through looking for like vinyl at a record store, you know. That is the drawback to this, but I can't have my cake and eat it too with this display. It's just not going to work. So I have the little Hello Kitty cups. I have all the dessert items on this shelf, and then all of the little squirt toy bath bombs. And then there's some new bath bombs down there. I'm gonna have more go in here. I just don't have them painted yet. And then so up here, I have more of my spring ones. These are Easter bath bombs, but I think still some people will buy them, so I'm just going to take them anyways. I got a new one here for Dad. This is a new one. I'm going to make a couple more moons. I just haven't had time to get to that yet. One for graduation, flag, honey, kissy face emoji, and sleepy face emoji. And then I have some more here, donut, pina colada crayons, the two different hot air balloons that I've painted, and the little caravan. And then this one will be the other character shelf. So we've got Spider-Man, we've got some Sesame Street, and we've got Mario, Super Mario Brothers. So like I said, there's a few more. My unicorn is missing, my rainbow. There's probably about 7 or 8 more bath bombs that I have to add in here. But like I said, those are not painted yet. And then instead of going with a chalk sign this year, I am just going to do this one. I don't know why, like the chalk signs, I just don't have much luck with. Most of the shelves are going to have their own signage. But then for this one over here, since there are so many different bath bombs that I could potentially have on display and they all have different prices, I am just going to have this little thing hooked up here, and customers can just look at the list to find their price. So that is where we are. Let me get a shot of back here. So this is the full display, you guys. This has not come a long way from what I just showed you. And I'm really, really excited to see. So I only have, let me see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 4 days until market, and let's see how this does. I did finish painting the Hello Kitty minis, the ones I said I don't know if I will continue. I guess I don't ultimately know entirely if I will or not, but I need to get these wrapped up and get them put in the mini bath bomb basket. The other thing that I was going to share with you guys this week was I did something a little impulsive. I do not normally do this. You know how a lot of, hi Kayla. I don't know if you guys follow a lot of candle makers like me, but a lot of them will review if Makesy or Candlescience or one of the others brings out a, okay, the cat's gonna sit here with us, or she's just passing through. Um, Anyways, where was I? The candle companies will come out with new scents, and what they'll do is put them in little packs, like packs of 8 or 10 or whatever, depending on what their release is. And I think they do send them to some influencers. I don't know. I'm certainly not on that list. And I don't usually get involved in like, hey, let's talk about the new scents that Candlescience has out right now. Put them on a blotter strip, describe each one, whatever. I don't normally do that. But this time around, Candlescience sent out an email saying, we have new luxury fragrances. You guys may not know this about me, but I actually, and maybe it doesn't appear this way, but I'm actually a very bougie person. I have been accused of being bougie more than a few times. And at first I took it as an insult, but now I completely own it. So when I saw the word luxury, I'm like, ooh, this is the first time Candlescience has ever had luxury scents. So yeah, let's go ahead and order. And if you order like while they're first bringing them out, they sell them to you for 50, like the little 1 ounce. I think they're 1 ounce jars for 50% off. So I'm like, well, why not? So I ordered them. I also ordered a 4 ounce bottle of something called apothecary scent. And Candlescience, you guys, has the best website because you can actually go in and click on a state. So I can go in and click on Colorado and I can see what the trends are, like the 10, I think it's the 10 biggest, 5 biggest, something. The biggest trends for the past 30 days are, and I can also see what the best sellers were last year for my state. So I actually clicked on a bunch of states, and this scent called Apothecary is number one in almost all of the states for trending. Yeah, because Fraser Fir, I think it was Fraser Fir was the biggest seller last year amongst a lot of the states. But Apothecary was trending in like all of the states. So I'm like, well, if this many people are ordering it, I guess I better grab a 4 ounce and see what this scent is. I have no idea what I would use it in yet, but you have to pay for shipping with Candlescience. So if you're going to pay $11 shipping, why not add in something else, right? So I was supposed to get those. I should have had those. We should have been reviewing those right now, opening the bag, taking out the blotter strips, smelling them, and enjoying these new luxury scents. But guess what? USPS, and you guys, if you've been on my channel long enough, you know I complain about USPS in my neighborhood all the time. It just makes me want to move even more. Package was supposed to be delivered on Saturday. I go down to the mailbox. There's nothing there. I go and talk to my postal person this afternoon at 2 p.m. at my mailbox. He has all the doors open. There's no package there. He's like, oh, that means that it was put in the wrong locker and somebody else has taken it. Actually, he sent me down to the hub first. And then the person at the hub said, if he showed you the lockers and there's nothing there, that means one of your neighbors has taken the package. Only today is Tuesday and that was Saturday. I have a lot of neighbors, you guys. This isn't like I can just go check next door and next door. Like and this isn't my first rodeo with this. I had to actually file a complaint at USPS. And this is actually why as customers, if any customer places an order with me, I will at all costs, even if it costs me more money, and it usually does, I will use UPS every single time. Let's get off of this rant, shall we? So right now, I can't show you I can't show you the new luxury scents for Candlescience. But I did tell USPS, I'm like, this is my business packages you guys are losing. Like this isn't just something personal that I can randomly just say, hey, like Amazon, this package was lost. And I don't know Candlescience. Like if a package gets lost with Makesy, they reship it right away, no questions asked. But Candlescience, I haven't lost a package with them yet. So I don't know if they're going to be like, well, tough luck, it shows delivered, you're on your own. Or if they'll be like, yeah, we'll go ahead and reship it. Or so I'm just going to wait 5 days and see if a neighbor shows up with it. And then we can do our review. So, in other news, I was watching an old video of mine the other night. I was trying to fall asleep, and sometimes watching my videos will put me to sleep because I've seen them so many times, and it's my own voice. So, it's kind of soothing, I think, to my brain or something. I don't know. So, I put one of my old videos on, and it was from a fall event I did at farmer's market that I used to do. And you guys, my display has, I'm not tooting my own horn. My display has come a long way. I don't even know that it's like perfect yet. I don't know if a display can ever be perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that my the humble beginnings, very humble beginnings from my original booth back in 2023. So I am going to show you guys right here what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to give this vlog a break for a few days, and I will be back on Saturday at the market, and I can show you. Actually, maybe when I edit this, I think I should show you right up side by side the old booth in 2023 versus the new booth in 2025, so you can see the drastic difference that exists now. So yeah, I'm gonna work the editing magic, and that's what we're gonna do. The only way that I'll be back before Saturday in this vlog is if the Candlescience order arrives. Hey guys, look what just showed up. How did I freaking know? If I just started recording, then it would probably show up. And my neighbor did have the package, and she got it like yesterday. I was like, oh, I'll just drop it off to her tomorrow. I'm sorry. I don't know whether to be grateful, just be grateful, or be like, I was waiting on that to film a YouTube. Okay. Luxury fragrance oils. I don't know if that's backwards for you guys. 8-bottle scent. Hold on, I'm gonna grab my iPad so we can read about these as we go through them. Got the blotter strips ready to go. Okay, hang on. So I just pulled up my email because I was gonna go try and find the Candlescience link to where we need to go for the list of the luxury fragrances. I got accepted to the Mountain Village Market, which is the market on Wednesdays. If you guys have watched my past videos, do you remember the ones with the gondolas and, you know, a Telluride at the ski mountain? So that one, so I got accepted for the whole season. Yay! Now I can put that on the website. I have been waiting for that. They had until the end of April to notify us, which is such a long time to wait to be notified about a market, but so that's good news that it came in today, like a week and some early. Okay, so first on my list is Water Lily, and it looks like Water Lily had a little bit of a leak on the way here. It's pretty dry now, but yeah, or something had a little bit of a spill. Okay, so this one is supposed to be a sun-dappled blend of aquatic and floral aromas with notes of marine, mimosa flower, and lily. Let me give it some air. It feels to you can give that one a little bit of air. It's like I already use a water lily spice in my if you guys have seen my water lily soap, I'll put a picture up here. I use a water lily and pink Himalayan salt, and I absolutely love that scent. It is beautiful. This one, let me see what the notes are on this. I want to see what it is I'm smelling. Top, violet marine, middle, mimosa, lily, cardamom, cotton blossom, and the base is tonka bean and sugar. I think I'm smelling the cardamom in there. This one is not diffuser base approved, so I cannot use this with my car diffusers. Room spray approved, lotion, yes. I don't think this is a go for any of my products. I could change my mind on that later, but I do not think that that one is a go for any of my products. Okay, next up we have Enoki Forest. This is an enchanted clearing in the woods. I just realized I don't have my microphone. Let's add that, shall we? It's taking me some time, you guys, to remember the microphone because I never had to in the past. All right, hopefully that is working. So this one is an enchanted clearing in the woods with notes of aldehydes, mushrooms, and earth. Ooh. To me, this one is an acquired taste. There might be customers that like that, but that's an immediate no for me. These all might be a no for me, you guys. I'm very, very, very picky. Okay, ambered vanilla. Although I reserve the right to be awake at 4 o'clock one morning and be like, oh, I could use that in. And these have not been tested for soaps yet that I don't think they have. Let me see. I think Candlescience does put soap testing notes. I think they do. Or maybe I just wait to see the reviews. I can't remember. Okay, this one is ambered vanilla, a luxurious and sophisticated vanilla with notes of sugar, jasmine, and amber. Oh, that smells good. I am a vanilla person though, and so are my customers. That's why cashmere vanilla is like across almost my entire line because people love it. I like this one. I like this one. Ambered vanilla. Let's take a closer look at that one. Top notes of coconut and sugar, middle vanilla jasmine, base amber, patchouli, and musk. Oh, see, I'm a patchouli sucker though. That explains it. Not diffuser base approved. Oh, there are reviews on this one already. The vanilla of my dreams. Okay. All right, that one's a possibility for something in the future. I don't know what. Perfume, maybe? Okay, next up we have Gilded Mandarin. Gilded Mandarin is a regal citrus aroma as bright and warm as the golden sun, summer sun, sorry, with notes of mandarin, cassis, and sandalwood. Hmm. Oh, is this diffuser base approved? Because my customers would love that. No, I just don't think it's coming across strong enough in the notes I want it to. The top is mandarin, bergamot, cases. Middle is coconut and jasmine. Base is sandalwood and musk. Maybe for a lotion. I don't think that's going to be one that's going to be on my list. Okay, next up is obsidian. I'm really curious about this one. An alluring dark scent named for black volcanic glass with notes of hemp, peppercorn, and rum. This sounds right up my alley. Let's see. Ooh, that is a really dark scent. Top is bergamot and hemp. Middle is peppercorn, rum, and patchouli. Base is sandalwood and leather. And if you guys are wondering, their normal bottles are around $25 each. This one is $41 currently for the 16 ounce. Can this be used for a soap? I am also on the hunt for a permanent scent for my Mountain Man soap. Every single time I have been using a different scent. Like one I used oak vanilla. It was something oak and vanilla. I can't remember. This time I used leather and labdanum on one batch. I think this time, I think this time I'm on the oak and vanilla one. And the next one I'm going to use, I have a bottle of Makesy smoked sandalwood. So I'm going to use that on the next batch until I run out of that bottle. But I am looking for a permanent scent for for my Mountain Man soap. This one could be a contender. Soap, it says soap safe 2 to 6%. So that's a maybe on that one. Okay, next up we have White Peach Blossom. White Peach Blossom says it's a delicate, charming floral with notes of peach, sweet pea, and teakwood. This one is only $29 for the 16 ounce though. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. Still not diffuser base approved. Dang it, I like that one. That would be pretty for a room spray. Maybe I could just offer it for the room sprays. Potentially a lotion. Body butter? I think I'm gonna have to think on some of these, you guys. All right, next up is Elderwood Aperitif. No, that's not it. Aperitif. This one is supposed to be a scent that captures the experience of sipping a cordial on a sunlit terrace with notes of raspberry, elderflower, and cedarwood. That smells gross. That's a no for anything. Okay, Speakeasy. Let's see what Speakeasy smells like. A fragrance with equal parts glamour and mystery that evokes a jazz age with notes of peppercorn, sage, and leather. Ooh. I think the peppercorn is a little too heavy in that. Gosh, you guys, I'm super fussy about fragrances. Oh, the peppercorn's way too heavy in that one. Okay, so out of the list, the two that would have a contender in my line would be the ambered vanilla and the white peach blossom. The water lily, possibly for something, I don't know. And that Enoki forest, let me give that another. Just the three, I think. But you guys, I have not smelled this apothecary yet. So let's see what all the rave is about this one. And let me go ahead and look it up here. Okay, how did they describe this one? Freshly ground herbs conjure old world charm in apothecary fragrance oil. This mysterious medley of herbs, spices, and greenery begins with aromatic top notes of peppercorn, clary sage, and coriander. Okay, let's hope that the peppercorn is not overtaking it. Let's hope that it's complementary, unlike that last one I just smelled. Again, not diffuser base approved. See, for me, like putting stuff out for diffusers is usually really easy. Like I have probably 30 cents that people can pick from at markets for their diffusers. But like, you can't just throw anything into a lotion and take that to market. This does smell like what you would think apothecary would smell like. I would possibly put this out for a candle. That smells pretty good. I can see why that. I can see why that is that soap base approved? As bar soap safe, only up to 3.8%. That's not a lot. I don't know. I don't know what I would use that one for. Let's read the first review on this one. This looks interesting. I'm surprised at this scent. First I never write reviews. I previously wrote a review regarding disliking this aroma. I should have waited. I'm rarely moved enough to give negative feedback, so when I received my order of Apothecary, I was surprised at how much I initially disliked it. I still personally don't like the powdery undertone, so much so that as I'm writing this, I can smell it out of the bottle. However, when created into a product, it has great reviews. I should have known. Scrubs, room spray, and melt and pour soap. My goal today is to try it in a cold process soap and see about longevity and scent retention, which is exactly what I told you guys I was just worried about. Thanks for the challenge. It's been a minute since I've cared about the nuances of a scent. I That would be interesting in a soap for sure. I'm just not sure about anything else. I don't have like a masculine body butter because men just don't really care for body butters. It's always women shopping for them. So I've never created anything for them. This could be good in a shave cream. Oh, this could be good in a shave cream. All right, I'll see you guys in the rest of this vlog.
Good afternoon, guys. It is now 1 p.m. on Wednesday, and I am going to start using this AI tripod that I told you about. So, this is the one that is supposed to make the stability better for the camera. This is not an advertisement, not sponsored. I don't even know if I like it yet. I'm just showing it to you guys. So, you can just press this button and flip how it holds the camera. And then you can use this to rotate the camera. And like I said, it's supposed to make all of the shots more stable. So, and I just love this little tripod here. So I can use this at markets. And then this little thing can go on, and it has a light on it. You can actually do like gesture recognition through Bluetooth on your camera to turn this light on and off. And then this little green light will like follow my face wherever I go. So that might be cool for markets. I can't wait to try that out. But I don't really need to use this part today. So let's go ahead and get the camera in here. I have an order to ship, and that's what I want to use this for to show you guys today. So this order is for Sonia, and she ordered my shampoo bars, which I don't sell a lot of these, but once people use them, like they get pretty addicted to them. I know I'm addicted to them. Like to just have another bar in your shower instead of a whole plastic bottle and not be wasting plastic. And the only thing that I have to do after, because this is shampoo and conditioner, but I still put on my leave-in conditioner on my ends when I get out of the shower. And it works just like regular shampoo. I think it lathers better than regular shampoo. It actually, if you haven't washed your hair in a week, you're probably going to want to do two. Okay, let's got something to say. You probably want to do 2 rinse and repeat just to make sure that your hair is clean. But anyways, so Sonia ordered 5 of these today, and I'm going to send her a free gift of my Water Lily Pink and Himalayan Salt soap. So we can go ahead and get this. Okay, this tripod has a mind of its own. All right, learning how to use it. And you're not supposed to have the phone case on, but I am not brave enough to take the phone case off. So we're just going to deal with that part. But anyways, one other thing I wanted to show you guys, and I am going to link this below, is I bought this to put my shipping tape in. Now, I know a lot of these things can range up to like $1,000, but this one was, I think, 165 on Amazon Subscribe and Save with tax. So that was worth it to me, because before I would have to take the shipping tape and I would have to wet it with a sponge, and it was a whole thing. So now what I can do is just pull this down, and if you just pull it, like, you can change the length of it depending on how far you pull the lever down, and then when you're ready to cut it, you just hit this, and you guys, it is so smooth. But anyways, I will, like I said, I will link this below in my Amazon shop. I do get a small affiliate commission if you use my link to shop in Amazon at all, so greatly appreciative of that. But let's use this new AI tripod and get this order packed for Sonia. And there we go. Now it's all ready to go to Sonia. Sonia, thank you if you're watching. Thank you so much for your order. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday morning, market day. You can tell that I haven't done this in 6 months because I didn't sleep last night. Even though I told my body, I told my mind, we've done this 100 times before, just go to sleep. No, no sleep, no sleep at all. This is a short market today, though. It is 10 to 1 instead of 9 to 1, what they normally are. This is still considered part of their winter market. The summer market doesn't start until next Saturday. So today will just be a 3-hour market. It's like, to me, it's feeling like practice because I didn't really get to set up my booth. I showed you guys the bath bomb display, but I didn't really get to set up like the whole booth yet. I planned it out in Canva. We've done the bath bomb display. Here comes Kayla. And but I still feel like I need to set it up and see. I still feel like I need to set it up and see how it's gonna look. The one thing I'm concerned about today is that heavy winds, I think 12 miles per hour, but like 28 miles per hour gusts are supposed to start around noon. So what I'm hoping is that, I mean, the way that I know these summer markets, people usually shop between 10 and 12 anyways. So maybe I can just sort of start pulling down my displays around 12, even though I can't leave until 1. That's what I'm gonna try anyways, because I just don't want to risk like a gust coming in and blowing everything over. So that's where we are at. I have a lot to pack the car, you guys. I have a lot to pack. So let's go do that. Hi guys, I am all set up. Let's take a look at the booth. Actually, because we wanted to do this week what I was talking about earlier, like a before and after. I'm going to show you my before booth from 2023 first, and then I'll show you this one. Hi guys, editing Jocelyn here. So here is my booth from October 2023, my first year out. Look at that banner. I don't even use that banner anymore. Now I have the cool little sign that goes on the edge of my booth. You guys will see that, I'm sure, in just a minute. So this is my very first bath bomb display, or my very first painted bath bomb display. Looking a little pathetic in my mind. Oh, and the car diffusers. So the car diffusers, I used to only have 2 styles, and I used to fill them with scents beforehand. Now I let the customers choose the scent, and I have all different kinds of styles for them to choose from. Candle display looking pretty pathetic. Wax melts, which I don't make anymore at all. Look at my soaps, you guys. I used to wrap them in plastic and put a label on the outside. Oh, I just gotta laugh at this. Um, so you'll see in my new display, everything is just wrapped so customers can smell them. I forgot them this day, but I used to have separate little samples that were wrapped with a little band around them, and people had to smell those if they wanted to know what the soap smelled like. And it just kind of looked like a total disaster. Now I have the soaps banded. They can smell the exact soap that they're picking out. It looks so much cleaner, so much better. Oh, how far it's come. I only have my plant stands in this display, not the cool cloud displays that I have today. There's more of my soap and then my body butter. I didn't have any of the other products that I have out today that you'll see. And there is my mini bath bomb display and my sign. So this is my old booth Wait until you guys see the difference. All right, let's take a look at the new one. All right, so we've got my sign right here. I've got two different versions on sides. Got the lip balms here, I check out. Car diffusers. Got body butters. Sugar scrubs. There's the new bath salts. New priceless. And over here we've got candles, shower steamers, lotion. I was supposed to have lotion bars here. I don't know how I forgot them. I don't know where they are, so I'm gonna have to search when I get home. I don't know what that's all about. Essential oils. Sorry if you guys hear banging. I have like a kind of sandwich place next to me. Perfume roller balls. Soap. We'll be working one day. More soap. And then here's the bath bomb display that we looked at. And then we have the minis. And then this is from the front. Hello, market family. I am back from the market. I did tell you guys that I didn't expect much from this market, right? Because it hasn't really hit like, well, it was only a 3-hour market and it's not officially the summer market yet. And I don't think that any of my regulars, I don't think that I saw any of my regulars today. So yeah. So my prediction came true. I made $259 for the market, less a $40 booth fee. And normally I wouldn't be okay with this, but today I am, just because it has been so long since I've gotten any market money in, and it's like I need it. So it was good to go today. I didn't do any filming with you guys because I had to go check in with all my market buddies. I did spend a lot of, oh, I know the other reason I didn't check in with you guys. So my Square reader was not connecting, and therefore I couldn't use my barcoding system, and I had to just use like the swipe on my phone. That was really disappointing. So now I need to go like connect all of those things and see what is stopping them from working properly and troubleshoot the issues. So I will be working on that to try to get that fixed. And then hopefully next week's market, we can do a little bit more filming. I think also just because it was my first market, like with a canopy setup in 8 months, it was a lot of, it felt like stuff was just like all over the place, and I really had no room to like put my tripod for you guys. So, and it's a new tripod that I'm a little bit scared of, honestly. But this week I should be getting the new microphone. If you guys saw, I put a message that I have to return that other microphone per DJI, the little white one that I bought. It's not a good enough transmitter to work with iPhone Bluetooth. So I had to buy the more expensive version that has like a receiver or a bigger transmitter, or I don't really understand technology, but it was only $30 more than the other one, so that's fine. I will return this one to Amazon, and the new one will be coming this week, and then I'll have a mic again, and you guys won't hear that crackling you've heard in the last 2 videos. So that will be a good thing. But I am going to go ahead and end the vlog here, and that way I can go ahead and get this edited and get it on YouTube. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please, please, please subscribe. I have a lot of stuff coming up this year, a lot of market coverage, and a lot of videos that may be helpful to you, especially if you're in the industry that I am, as far as like bath bombs and so forth go. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in this week. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Again, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye.